I need a rider to go down and slide up. I hope you can handle a stick shift, babe, cause you gotta drive.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Key Nicole, and I'm here with my girl, Reese. And we're doing a video on moving to Atlanta. Why are we doing a video on moving to Atlanta? Because obviously Atlanta is the place to be. That's all I see is, oh, I'm moving to Atlanta, Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my God, Atlanta. So, you know, we're going to just touch bases. We're going to go over pros and we're going to go over cons on moving to Atlanta. So if you're interested in this type of video, if you plan on moving to Atlanta soon, then this is the video for you, honey. Don't go nowhere. Keep on watching. Let's get into it. We got our little liquor here. Real cute. Some pink liquor. This a vibe. This a whole vibe. Like, yes.
It is a vibe.
It, no, like dead ass. Dead ass B.
Extra ass.
Okay, so let's just get right into the video. So, moving to Atlanta, let's talk about the pros first, because Atlanta is definitely the place to be. So we're gonna cover a couple pros first. So the first pro of moving to Atlanta, what do you think that is?
I'm definitely going to say careers, opportunities. And the reason why I say career opportunities is because, I mean, if you willing to go out there and get it, there's opportunity. Go on Indeed to look for a job in Atlanta compared to other cities, it's way more jobs available, in my opinion. And when I came to Atlanta, I truly flourished in my career. I wasn't expecting for my career to take off that much. I literally just wanted to go to school here and then go back somewhere else. Not Atlanta. That was not the destination for me. But since I had such a good experience with the work, I stayed. So I think that is a very good reason to be in Atlanta if you're trying to grow your career.
Definitely. So, and that's a lot of the reason why people want to move to Atlanta, is because they feel like Atlanta is the place for advancement, careers, and entertainment, and just like it's the place to really grow your career, whatever it is that you're doing. And I definitely agree. So if you're moving to Atlanta to advance your career, you're in the right spot. So that's definitely a good reason to move to Atlanta. So the next thing I would say, a pro on moving to Atlanta, is the weather. Now, it doesn't snow here. I know a lot of people may not be used to snow, but if you're from up north, you know the snow is trash. So, you know, moving down south to Atlanta, in that area, we don't really get that much snow down here. So that's a good thing. And the weather is really decent. It's like wintertime right now, but like yesterday was like 60 degrees. So I'm all for it, honey. I'm all for that. You know, I mean, it's granted, it is warmer places that you can go. So I don't know if people be like, oh, I'm moving to Atlanta because of the weather. Do you think so?
I don't know.
I didn't say that.
That wasn't one of the reasons I moved here.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a pro.
Yeah.
I will say that, coming from up north. Now, if you're coming from Florida or Alabama,
right,
then you probably won't think that that's such a pro. But
yeah. But
yeah,
I guess it is a benefit. All living in Atlanta. So what else do you think is a pro?
I am definitely going to say the airport. Now, a lot of people won't think that this is necessarily a pro, but when you're booking a flight from Atlanta to anywhere else, it's so much cheaper, especially if you're booking last minute. Now, if I was coming from New York to Atlanta, it's going to be more pricey than if I was going from Atlanta to New York. And especially at the last minute. I know a lot of millennials are very last minute with their stuff. So if you're here, you're at an international airport, and you have cheaper travel.
But yeah, I agree with the airport. If you guys notice, if you're looking for flights and you check, flight out of Atlanta is definitely way cheaper. So that's definitely a pro, and a lot of people don't know that. So now you do. Now you know, honey. Another pro of living in Atlanta, for me, I would have to say is I enjoy the fact that there is a million different things to eat here. There's like 100 million restaurants, like every type of food you can imagine. Not saying everything's good, but for me, it's just like, it's just a variety. Like, whatever I could possibly want to eat, I can find it. Downtown Atlanta, they have some amazing restaurants. Just definitely the spot to be. Also, the club scene, party life, nightlife, if you're into that. Not everybody into that, but if you're into that, definitely there's always something to do in Atlanta. There's always something to do in Atlanta. Even if you're not even into the party scene, just in general, every day, like, you can wake up and have a whole agenda and not even plan it, like, because it's just so much to do, so much to see in Atlanta. So that's definitely a pro. That's probably the number one pro for me, is that it's always something to do, honey. You're never gonna be bored, ma'am. Never. You'll never run out of things to do, day, night.
It's true.
So you want to come here and have a good time, that's what you about, come on down, honey, because you're gonna have you some fun.
Well, so since we're about to jump into the cons, I'm going to take this opportunity to say, although there is a lot of clubs, a lot of parties, concerts, Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Monday, you got something to do, but listen to me. Listen to me clearly when I say this, because I truly do mean it. If you are a social butterfly and you don't know how to control yourself, this is not the city for you. And I'm going to just be honest, because one of my friends moved to North Carolina and they were busy and doing stuff all the time, and she actually admit, like, if I lived in Atlanta, I wouldn't be focused at all, because literally I'm always trying to drive from North Carolina to Atlanta to do stuff, because it's always something to do. And so you gotta pace yourself. You gotta have a work-life balance. You gotta understand that, set goals and stick to them, basically. And yes, it's a pro and a con in itself. So another pro is going to be that there is 1,000,001 ways to make money in Atlanta.
Yes,
again,
ma'am.
1,000,001 ways to make money in Atlanta. I mean, you got DoorDash, you got Postmates, you got Uber, you got Lyft, plus your regular 9 to 5. Plus, if you decide you want to be a bottle girl at nighttime, I mean, there's so many ways to make money. Like, if you don't have a job in Atlanta, like, sis, you doing it all wrong. And if you don't have a job, that's not a bad thing either. If you really trying to focus on your independence, having your own business, doing something to make money for yourself, so you don't have to work for anybody, I support that 110%. But things like Uber and Postmates can help you make money on the side, so you don't have to work a 9 to 5 and you can focus on your goals and your dreams. So take that into consideration. Never turn down money that's instant too, because as soon as you do an order, you get the money. As soon as you drop the person off, you get the money. So that's definitely, humble yourself, sis. If you think you shouldn't be doing it, definitely humble yourself.
So yeah, so let's jump into the cons about Atlanta. First con about moving to Atlanta, I would have to say, is dating. Sis, if you're coming to Atlanta to find your husband, this is not the place for you. So I need you to not come here looking for a soulmate. If you're a male looking for a wife, you definitely have a chance of finding a wife. But yeah, dating here for females is just not existent. Like, these dudes here are completely, I don't know what they got going on, but it's just not here. It's just not the place to be. A lot of people, what should I touch on it? Because I don't know, I might be a little bit of a tipsy or something, because I don't want to shut the fuck up.
I'm crying because you had like 2 sips. But anyway,
it's gotta have a lot of, okay.
It's 14%.
Okay, well, honey.
Well, anyways, so I do completely agree. It's like it's one guy to every 30 females, like, no exaggeration. So this is not the spot for you to find your true love, okay?
I mean, you
might get lucky.
You might get lucky, sis, but don't come here with intentions on that, because you're gonna be disappointed. These guys are,
It's far and few. A and B, the good ones that is potentially looking for a wife, they having fun because it's 30 of y'all and one of him.
Yep. So they like, why should I just be with you when I could just have all of y'all?
Yeah. So dating, we're gonna tag that as a total dub. Okay.
Dub.
Another con about living in Atlanta. I mean, I know everybody done heard this one before, but it's nothing like experiencing it yourself. Yeah. And so this is going to be the traffic. Traffic is horrible. Horrible. When I first moved here, I came from a small city where I can get from A to B 15 minutes, C to D in 15 minutes.
Literally.
Like, I didn't have to worry about traveling an hour to get to work or to school or to the grocery store. Like, you know, so that is a major con. Like, and when I first moved here, I had to sit in my car for like 15 minutes to decompress from the traffic because everybody think they're a professional NASCAR driver.
They really do.
It's bumper to bumper traffic. It's so many car accidents. I mean, the list goes on about the traffic in Atlanta. And so my suggestion is stay in the house. I mean, that's the only way around it. Other than that, I've been here
or Uber.
Yeah. Even still, you be sitting in the back seat like,
but at least you're not like, you know, have to deal with the frustration of somebody on your ass. Like, that shit is just driving, like, just whatever. But yeah, traffic is definitely.
So that's probably one of the biggest cons for me, is because I just can't. Now I've been here for 4 years, and this is probably the first year that I've been more relaxed with traffic, and that's because my hours of traveling have changed. So I'm in the house by like between 2 and 4 at the latest, and traffic usually gets bad around like 3 to 5. So sometimes I miss that traffic. So knowing the best times to travel in your area is also something you want to think about.
Yep, definitely agree. Okay, so another con of living in Atlanta is the cost of living. It has increased, apparently. It is very expensive to live in Atlanta. If you want to live in a city, bitch, you better have some money.
I'm dead, but that is a fact. Because you get in a 1-bedroom for like...
But the cost of living has gone up, hasn't it? That's what I've heard. That it used to be very cheap to live in.
I mean, even in my current apartment, like when I first moved here, I was spending like $300 less than I'm spending right now. So every time you renew your lease, your rent goes up based on demand, really.
Because people are just coming to Atlanta, so the price is just going to continue to go up, bitch. And we just going, I don't know, like,
we gonna make more money.
Yeah, that's a fact. We're just gonna make that money
because I can't change where I want to live because it costs more.
Right.
I mean, some people might have to, but if you decide that you want to live a high skill life, then I don't know, whatever you want to say about moving to Atlanta is you definitely gotta humble yourself, because you can't come in here and think you about to take Atlanta on by a storm, because it's 100 people that's doing the same exact thing as you. So you gotta work harder, smarter. You gotta stay up late at night figuring out what it is that you're gonna do. Set goals, because again, the same dream that you have, it's 100 other people out here with the same dream.
Yes, my heart is aching because I feel it. Like, I feel it. Like, bitch, she's talking to me.
No, seriously.
Speaking to my soul. Because I thought I was about to come to Atlanta and take this shit, take the city over. It's mine. No, there's a million people that want the same thing as me. So I can't think like that, but definitely. So I think that was it right now. I think that was it for our pros and cons. We could possibly do a part 2, so if you guys have any questions or anything about Atlanta, definitely make sure to comment on this video. Don't be shy, sis. Go ahead, leave them questions, and then we'll think about making a part 2.
Definitely.
So we're just gonna end this video. We're just both gonna share some tips and advice to you guys on moving to Atlanta, like based on our experience and what we will want to tell other people before they actually make that step to move to Atlanta. So I'll go first. When you plan on moving to Atlanta, I just want to say definitely make sure you have a little savings. Definitely, I mean, it's okay sometimes to come here with no money, but be smart about it. Be smart, do the smart thing, and make sure you have some money saved up. It doesn't have to be $1 million, whatever. Just maybe like $2,000. Have that in your savings account so that, because anything can happen at any time, and just cover yourself, sis. So just have some savings, definitely. Make sure you have transportation, because Atlanta, you know, things are fire, and if you're not used to it, you know, it can be definitely a downfall. But like I said, things are definitely fire, and you know, you want to be able to get around. Another thing I will have to say is, if you are getting an apartment, and you make sure you visit the area that you plan on living in Atlanta. Go visit the apartment complex, visit the neighborhood, make sure that that neighborhood is for you. Don't look at pictures off the internet, because that's what I did, and that was my mistake. And so I want to make sure I tell people so they don't make the same mistake. I looked on the internet at my apartment complex, and it looked nice, and as soon as I got there, it was really horrible. But it was kind of too late, because I had nowhere else to go. I had at least had to be signed, blah blah blah. But alright, I ended up getting ripped off. So I just want to say, make sure you visit the spot you're going to be living at first, and that's definitely a necessity. Also, I want to say, if you're coming to Atlanta to achieve your goals and to be your own boss and build an empire, this is definitely the place for you, sis. So I just want to say, you will come here, you will achieve all your goals, and as long as you work hard, you stay consistent, don't get trapped up in the Atlanta life, because it is easy to get caught up in all the trash that they have going on. So stay focused when you're in Atlanta, because it is a bigger city. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of bad people here too, so just stay focused. So that's what I gotta say.
I'm gonna say sis hit that on the head, because I'm telling you, she lists every tip that I could possibly give you guys, from my personal experience, from seeing my friends have tragic endings with some of this stuff. So she hit that on the head. I can only say I second everything that she said, and stay focused. And that's really, like, if I could tell you one thing, that would really be it, because again, I'm telling you, it's a fast life. Especially if you're coming from a smaller city, this is a fast life, and you'll get lost in it real quick, and this city will turn you upside down.
Unless you're coming here to be wild, then, you know,
live your life.
But if that's not the intention, then obviously, you know.
Right. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with living a fast life. Don't get me wrong, but I'm the white picket fence, 4 kids and a husband type of chick, so that ain't for me. So, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Oh, with that being said, we're out. Welcome to Atlanta, where the plague is playing. They ball every day.
Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and bows, back to the Mac and jacking the